Alright, well here I am again. I'm heading out to a different part of the world, as it were. I'm heading out this way because I saw footprints heading this way in the winter. And you know what that means. It means that's the way they go. They've actually been going this way all the time, and I come out here every year. One year I was in here, I was followed out of the forest. It was kind of weird. Somebody was following me, matching my steps. And when I got to the top of the hill, I stopped and turned around, but there was nobody there. I waited for a few minutes, but nobody came out. Oh well, here goes. Got the dog with me again today. He'll help me find things and keep me out of trouble. Nothing more fun than when you come to the thicker part of the forest, as you can see. It's getting a little dark in here. Oh yeah, and it's pretty cold this morning. It's like 37, 36. So it's a little chilly. But in we go. Look at this place. You'd expect a dinosaur to come out of here any minute or come visiting. This is where the footprints led to. I think I might put a camera out here. I'll tell you why, because I see digging happening around here. Right over here, as you can see. See if there's any footprints. Stay. No definitive ones, but somebody's been here. Nice place in here, I'll tell you. Wow. I'll look around for signs here. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a bog maybe a mile and a half over that way. And I'm hearing what sounds like canines barking. Hopefully not wild dogs. The birds and all that don't seem to be upset about anything, so doing pretty good. There's no bear or anything like that in here so far. Seems like a real tame forest right now. I will head off to that bog though, see what's happening. Wow. Nice place. Nice little valley here. Could be caves up in there. Great. Somewhere to explore. Guess it's straight up and over. Yeah, nice little print. Heading off that way. I've just been seeing fresh moose prints, huge ones. It's not the time of the year to be meeting a moose out here. Great. That might look clear, but it's not. It's a swamp. This is not where I really should be this early in the morning, but here I am. I may just sit here for a while, see if there's anybody around here. The birds don't seem to be giving anybody away. Yeah, it's probably good. Fresh moose, fresh moose. Well, here we go again, getting towards the bog. And here's my guy's MO again. So that's chopped and then broken off. Looks like bear have been here, digging. Don't like the sound of that. Here you are, this is a bog. Water's only like a foot deep or so. But all the vegetation under it, they say, is like 20 feet in one part. 20 feet deep. Really nice place for animals to come out to the edge. None of them go through here, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't make it out. But pretty cool place. People hang here for a while, see what's happening, see if we can capture any noises or something. I have to remember to look up. I have been in the woods once and wasn't looking up, and there was a bear sitting over me about 20 feet up, 30 feet up. Actually, it was way higher than that. It was about 40 feet up, I guess. And it was at the top of this tree, and it was leaning out and getting the freshest branches off the top of the trees. It was so amazing that something so heavy was so agile. And then I stood there for about 10 minutes watching it. And then it started climbing down, and it was about 15 feet off the ground, and it turned around and saw me, and it slid all the rest of the way down the tree, and then went zooming off into the woods. And then when I came back about 2 hours later, I heard rustling in the brush, and I figured out right away, I knew who it was. And sure enough, out from the brush walked, say, big black bear right in front of me. And in between my friend and myself. And at this time I had a woman with me, and it walked right in between us and just stared at us. And we just looked at it and said, "Hi bear, nice bear," and blah blah blah. And it eventually just walked off. Followed me for a little bit, and then it just kind of wandered off. Got bored, I guess, and took off. But that was pretty hairy. More cut branches. It's a good sign. I figured they were out here. They've been out here every other year. They actually travel through here on their way somewhere else, which is the next place I have to go, but that's miles from here. So it'll be another trip. But that's the story. In my trail cam the other day, I found something really interesting. The trail cam turned on and nothing was there. I wouldn't go in there, doggy. Anyway, hope I don't have to save him. Anyway, you know those sounds that you used to buy years ago? They were like these little pieces of metal shaped like a spoon end, and you would punch in the middle of it and it would clack. It'd go clack, clack, like clacking. And it's funny. Right after the video turns on, you hear snap, like a clack. And then a few seconds later, you hear clack again, but it's from further away. So that's kind of interesting. So it's a new sound I'm going to try to imitate. I'm going to try to find some piece of tin or something that I can make that sound with. The interesting thing about that sound was that it was mechanical. And I'll play it for you. I'll put that on the end of this video or something like that. I didn't bring out GPS or anything like that, but I'm using the sun as my guide, because I was walking west. Now I have to go back east. Nice little stream. Well, I guess I ought to take a second to look for gold. Hey there! Well, there's a soggy dog. Yep, it's time to start getting up at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, getting out here at 4, just before the sun comes up, and see who's out here. I think I'll leave a camera out at that watering place. I'm heading back there right now, if I can find it. Although I followed what looked like moose tracks, I haven't found any moose droppings, which is pretty interesting. Maybe those footprints are my cow print guys. Nope, altogether it's a happy forest. No predators in here. Everybody just seems happy. It's funny because in other woods it can just be still as anything. And everybody seems to be scared to make a peep. But not here. Here's some skid marks on a rock. I remember there was this other researcher that was thinking that this was some kind of markings by Sasquatch or Bigfoot, but to me it just looks like skids or something like that. Oh well, that's what it is. Oh, this looks like fun. Even my doggy is having a hard time. Watch your eyes, boy. Gotta go through all this stuff, downed woods. Yeah, tiring. All right, let's go. Tons and tons of deer. I didn't see them down over by the bog a couple miles back. So this is their area that they like to be in, so they feel safe here. They're not happy about the bog, but they're safe down here. Interesting. What's weird is I don't smell them. But, it was about last year, it was about here that somebody was following me. It seemed like they were about 50 yards behind me, and they were walking. As I was walking, I could hear them crunching going as I was walking, and I stopped and I heard them carry on for a couple steps, and that's kind of when I talked to him, and I just said, I know you're there and all that kind of stuff, and don't be afraid of me, and let's get to talk and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm smelling animals. just smell like deer. Deer have a certain smell. Yeah. Well, let's get going. Hopefully I'll come out at least close to my truck. Still following the sun. Oh, wow. Huh. Wow. A really sweet smell. Wow, that's weird. Yeah, what do you think, Doc? I think what I'm going to do is just going to sit in this woods for a while. Seems really quiet. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here. And I made it back. See that hill way over there? That's where I'm heading. Not this week. Some next week, maybe. See that other hill? That's the other one I've got to hit.